And now, another You Can't Comp This episode highlight.
So this next segment is called Wembymania. Basically, I was just coming across so much Wemby stuff in my save sheet that we'll just put it into one segment. We'll just all go through it. We were going to do this last week, but we just ran out of time, and I just wanted to go through this, really casually.
Yeah.
Market Movers app. If you don't follow them on Instagram, definitely check them out. They've done some really good work in terms of, pricing and collating data and stuff like that. It's a little bit derivative of Card Ladder and GemRate, but it sort of approaches things in a little bit different way. But this particular post is the top 5 most expensive cards for Wemby. Look, this might have changed since this went up because it's 2 weeks old, but let's still run with it.
Yeah.
Number 1 is the Black Shimmer Photo for Prism 1 of 1, PSA 9 on that.
Yep.
516k.
That's a beautiful card.
And it's not bad at all. The gold, so that would be to 10.
Yeah.
BGS 9.5 on that, 150k. I actually don't mind that. I think the only thing that's probably holding it back is the PSA, but I'm assuming they sent it to PSA and then they didn't get what they want, so they resubbed it to BGS. The Green Shimmer Photo PSA 10 sold for 113,000.
Yeah.
The Black Gold PSA 9 for 68, and the last one they put into there was the Bowman University. This is actually quite interesting. 8.5 on the card and auto 10, 67,000. So probably that one is the one I'm the most worried about. The Photo Green also makes me a bit worried, and I probably think the best one in terms of bang for your buck is the Black Gold. I think that's got the most possibilities to go upwards just because of the price point and the grade on it. I think PSA 9 is fine. So yeah, that's like a really good sort of measuring stick. I'm going to steal your line from this. So I think a lot of this is future prices, and this is for me super high end, heavy duty speculating here, and a lot of this stuff for me is a little bit of a stay away. And we're going to talk. So we spoke about the Kobe last week.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a couple of more different one of ones this week, and I think they're going to be a really good measuring stick. So we can almost use that as a reference point for the rest of the show. Actually, I might leave that tab open. Alrighty, the next one is from Slab Stocks. Now, this is a really good one too because it gives us an idea of where we're at in terms of how he's trending. So this is for the silver PSA 10.
Yep.
At the start of the graph, we're up to 2,500. At the end of the graph, we're sort of sitting in that $1,000 range. Again, this is 2 weeks old because I've put it into the sheet. It's down 1.6k or down 60%. So, look, we have spoken about this the last couple of weeks, so this is not exactly...
We did touch on the silver pricing, yep.
Yeah, it's not particularly new news, but at the same time, it's just good to have a look at this and get a measure on it. Look, I don't see a massive problem with this at $1,000. Just the population on this, I think, is going to be enormous. That's what makes me a little bit worried. But I think what we have seen, even when you have someone that has a high pop count, that doesn't always matter. If it's the right person, it's the right card.
Well, it's supply demand, right?
Yeah, the population does matter, but I think, for example, on this one, it matters a little bit less than maybe Josh Hart or Tyrese Halliburton or...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Someone else that's sort of in those lesser tiers, maybe even Anthony Edwards, as popular as he is.
Oh, I tend to agree. You make a very, very good point.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
This next one is Card Ladder. It's actually showing the same one that Market Movers showed up on there. It's the Black Gold to 5 for 68k. Probably should have done my research. Oh, that's why I put that in there twice. All right. So the reason why I put this into the run sheet twice is because we're going to do a card versus card.
Oh, clever.
So, card versus card. Wemby, Black Gold to 5 for 68,000, or the LeBron James 2003 SP signatures, PSA 10, auto 10, and that sold for 53,000. So if you go to LeBron, you'll actually have a little bit of change, 15,000 in change. So what would you rather have, the LeBron and some change, or the Wemby Black Gold to 5?
The LeBron is numbered to 50.
Correct.
But it's a rookie year.
Correct.
I'll take the LeBron.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the LeBron too.
I'm LeBron, like, we're not guessing that the man's going to be the highest scoring player of all time. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we're talking about future pricing just before.
And if we ask LeBron, he's also the GOAT.
Well, LeBron will tell you that. He'll also paint you a narrative for it, and that's fine. But his career is like we're not prospecting here. This is LeBron James.
Yeah, definitely.
And look, Wemby, don't get me wrong. I think Wemby is a phenomenal athlete and has a very, very good career ahead of him.
And high upside, you could say that.
Yeah, and plenty of high upside. But
yeah,
his career is still ahead of him.
Totally.
Yeah, touch wood. Let's hope nothing bad does happen. But he could get injured tomorrow, and then it'll be, oh no, the guy that could have been. LeBron James is etched at the top of the mountain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, I think what you've just said, Dan, is totally fine. What also goes through my head too is what's the new baseline for LeBron autos? Because we were talking about this with baseline with Kobe autos. Used to be 1,000. Now that I feel like that's now gone up to 2,000.
Yeah.
And then Giannis used to be sub 1,000, but it's very difficult now to get those autographs for less, unless you want to get a sticker, which would still be around that 1,000 mark. It's really interesting for me about LeBron because, I mean, yes, this is a rookie and it's a 10-10 that's numbered to 50. So this is not just a regular of the meal sort of autograph, but at the same time, like that's quite a high sort of a baseline, if you want to call it that. So I think that's something to really keep an eye on. Yeah. Alrighty, this is from Eric Whiteback. And I think we've actually done this before, but this is really an update on this. This is technically not Eric Whiteback anymore. He sold his account, just FYI for the peeps out there. PSA has graded more cards of Victor than Kareem, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, and Hakeem Olajuwon combined. So Victor has got 211k cards, and the other GOAT group has got 208k cards. What do you make of this?
It was a different time, not to sound out of touch or old, but
mate, we are old, and we're probably also out of touch, so that's fine.
It is. It's like back in those days, grading cards wasn't a huge thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't as big the production wasn't as big. It's yeah. That's as simple as explanation as I can give.
Yeah, so I think that's, for me, I agree with that 100%. And I think, yes, like time has changed and all that type of stuff. But sure. I think also, too, it's also those particular people. Like, yes, they're very important to the sport, but despite all of Kareem's achievements, no one's really banging down doors to buy Kareem stuff. And almost the same as Bill Russell, actually, too. I mean, it's pretty hard to get Bill Russell stuff because it's either like that super old stuff from the 60s, which is actually, it's not cheap. Or then you sort of go into the ultra modern stuff where he actually signed quite a lot and you can pick up those autographs again, sort of quite cheap.
Thank you so much for watching this video. As promised, here is the way that you can get in touch with Russell and myself and be a bigger part of the show. Now, if you follow the link tree to our Facebook group, that is where Russell and I put our mailbags up, our card versus card, our player versus player, our buy, hold, sell questions. All of those will go up on socials, on IG as well, using the handle @YouCan'tCompThis. Now, if you do have a more tailored question, feel free to PM us on Instagram. You can reach out in our Facebook group, and we'll be happy to respond and see if it's something that we can add to the show. Once again, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate the support and love creating this content for our loyal listeners. If you haven't done so already, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications. So hopefully we see you when we go live. Thanks for watching.